June.
What up, dude?
It's been a few days, hasn't it?
It's been a week probably since podcasting, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, just talking in general.
Yeah, but I mean, since we've been since we did our last podcast, I don't think we talked.
No, I think we sent texts, but in group texts. But I think that was it.
Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, this is a show, right? We're starting. Welcome.
Yeah. Welcome, everybody. This is the Binch Bros podcast, where we do our bits. We do bits. We shit on a game, and
let's leave that part in the beginning.
yeah.
Just so they know what's up. So me and Keo haven't talked at all since. I've heard about you. People have talked about you.
No, me too. Just was like, yeah, because we were talking about Andromeda, and then Jingle, so I was like, oh, does he?
Yeah, I heard. Okay. Keo returned it immediately.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just hop into Mass Effect Andromeda real quick. I guess.
All right, dude.
Just obviously no spoilers or whatever.
All right. Well, I mean, probably, but I mean, whatever. If I spoiled something, here, I'll put it this way: I won't spoil anything past what the trailers have spoiled already. Okay. So Mass Effect Andromeda is the big game of March. It is the fourth in the Mass Effect franchise, the first by BioWare Montreal. Yeah. First game by them, actually. It takes a lot from Dragon Age Inquisition, which is my one of the worst game of the year winners I've seen in a while.
Yeah,
Dragon Age Inquisition.
You mentioned this a couple times.
Yeah,
and that
really bums me out.
Shadow Mordor.
Yeah, those two. That was the same year. But anyway, but those games aren't horrible games. They're just it's just I can't believe that's the game that wins. You know what I mean? It's more like that. They're good games. I feel the same way if Mass Effect Andromeda won, right? Some year. But so yeah, elephant in the room. We talked about it last podcast. This game is really, really buggy, and ugly a lot, and there's so many problems with it. There's a million annoyances, right? This game is just filled to the brim with a million problems that are immediately going to turn you off, and and on top of that, the game design itself is really kind of poor early on. The writing's not good. The your first thing you see is your character creator. That's awful. There's a million different things wrong with it, and and I mean, I'm still getting bugs late in the game. Just recently, right before we sat down to record, I was playing a little bit. I went into my room to load out, change my loadout, and then the door closed behind me, and it's not one of those doors that you click open. It's just one of the doors that open if you're near it. Yeah. It just wasn't registering that I was near it, so I had to load a save. Yeah, I had to load a save because I was stuck in the loadout room. So there's a million problems with this game, and it's but it's it's a pretty good game. It's not one of the best games this year by a long shot, but it's good. I'm gonna I'm in. It gets good around the okay, I cheated, right? And I looked at your trophies, to see how far you got in. And you didn't even land on the first planet. So, no. Keo, come on.
Dude, I don't...
That means you weren't on board from the beginning.
Let me just tell you my journey real quick. It's a short one, obviously.
Yeah.
So this is what happened. Created my character. Cool. And starting my character, I see him, and I see him blink, and his eyeball was clipping through his eyelid, and that already threw me off. And it's weird. I didn't think it would bother me, but when I noticed it, and I constantly see him doing that, it gave me a headache, to be honest.
Oh,
it's intense. Weird. Yeah, but it's weird because I didn't think of me ever really having a problem with graphics or anything, and it's just weird.
Yeah, honestly, that's the big hurdle of the game is that early point in the game, because it's I know people have enjoyed it early on, but like I
Yeah.
was not enjoying it early on. I didn't enjoy it for the first like two major planets that you're on. You know, like there's the opening prologue planet, which is whatever, and then there's like 2 planets that you go and do open world stuff on.
Yeah.
And neither of them were fun. Like all the missions on them were boring. Like you know, like I was like, this game's like, you know, I was like thinking like. I restarted the game a bunch, by the way. Like,
really?
Just because, like, every time I'd make a character that looks all right in Character Creator and get into the game, and something would be wrong about them, and I was like, oh, yeah, I can't do that. And you can't skip that opening cutscene, so I had to watch that cutscene
I see.
5 times.
Wow, holy shit!
Maybe not 5, but like it was like a lot.
I'd say it seems like a lot, yeah.
And so like anyway, I eventually just went with like default Asian lady. And I just like played it, and she looked fine. I was like, I got past the first 2 planets. I got to and it was those were boring kind of, but then like once like you start delving into your skill tree, start unlocking powers, and then like start getting into the crafting system, which is a nightmare at first. You're like, what the. I have to earn research points to unlock blueprints, but then I need the materials to craft
I did notice that. That's when you like scan or whatever, right?
Yeah. So you unlock points, and then you use the points to buy blueprints, and then you use the materials that you mined to craft. And I was like, this is annoying. You can only get the next tier of blueprints if you've bought the first tier, like whatever. And like, so eventually originally I was like very turned off by everything, but then like the deeper I got, I started getting new crew members, and like they're cool. Like I like this, especially the new race. Like there's this new race. This is what the trailers might have spoiled, but like you encounter a new race of friendly aliens named the Angara. And their culture is like very, it's different from a lot of other
alien cultures.
Yeah, the Milky Way culture, but it seems to fit right in. I like it. I think they're a good addition to the franchise. It's not like when the Kunari had like no horns in Dragon Age, and then all of a sudden they have horns in Dragon Age.
Yeah, I think
they got it right in Andromeda, like
That's
from the first meeting, and you get a crewmate from the Angara named Jal, and I like him a lot. He's very like they're cool because they're very like they put their emotions first, so they're, which you normally think of like Vulcans and aliens like that, where they're like
it's like mission first, like
their emotion
first.
Logic, their emotions are so detached or whatever. But it's like
I literally played my character as a logic character for the first couple times, by the way.
That's the other thing about this game. You're not, unlike Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, where you can like Shepard is whoever you want them to be. Ryder, Sarah or Scott, whoever you choose, and you can name them something else, but like
what
if you don't name them something differently? If you name them, if you leave it as Sarah or Scott, they say their name throughout the game. So I like that kind of. But like they're their own character, like, and you're kind of like choosing. You're making choices for them, but it's more like The Witcher than it is like Dragon Age or something, where like Geralt is his own character, and the choices you're making deviate from the middle, whereas like just like in this game's like that. And so like, as I was playing deeper in, I started getting into the combat and the powers. I crafted my own guns and armor, and I was like, ooh, I like this. Like I got this gun, this alien gun that has I modded it with like heat-seeking plasma shots, and then it has infinite ammo. It just needs to cool down. It has like
it's classic laser weapon.
It's not a laser. Weapon. Yeah, it's like projectiles, but like it's not like a beam. But like it was cool. I was like super into it. I was like, see, that's like the type of like crafting thing I like. Where I can mod this thing out exactly to my own specs.
That does sound appealing. Kind of like similar to like, I mean, it's not. I'm pretty sure it might not be in comparison, but it's similar to how Fallout 4, whichever. The
No,
newest
yeah,
one
no,
is.
no, I get it. I
The
like
mods on
new,
there are pretty
yeah.
cool.
I like that one where you can like swap out the pieces. It's
Yeah.
different. It's not like that. It's like all
Yeah.
in the blueprint phase, but like
Yeah.
it's cool. I like the mod system, or I like the weapon crafting. I like the powers got really fun because I started combining powers.
So can we say like what type? That's not too spoiler, right? Like what type of class you were.
So that's the cool thing, right? There are no classes in this game,
Yeah.
unlike the other games where like
Yeah.
now you have these profiles which unlock as you invest in different categories.
Yeah.
So like the more you invest in biotics, you get more of a biotic profile that you can switch to, which gives you buffs. You know, like more damage or more faster recharge. But if you what I do is I'm kind of spreading my powers out a lot, like over the 3
jack
trees.
of all traits.
Jack of all trades.
Trades. It's not traits.
Trades.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Like he's great at everything. But yeah. So I did that, and you get this really cool profile called. Wait, what was it called? It was like forget what engineer maybe. No, that's not it. No, engineer. What was it called?
That's the one with like the like the turret or whatever, right?
Yeah, no, it was. I forget what the thing is called, but anyway, it makes me like teleport like when instead of dashing, and it makes me use biotics instead of jump jets and stuff, and it's really cool because for a while I was using these 2 powers in tandem, which was pull and throw. So I was like Darth Vader, right? Just like chucking people everywhere.
That's actually pretty fun.
Yeah, like throwing people off of cliffs. And then now I have this really cool, like with my power set I'm like in love with. And I was showing Canner this game, right? I was like screen sharing with him. And like within 5 minutes he was like, oh, I need to buy this game. Because I was showing him combat, right?
Yeah.
And the combat is so good in this game. Like it's very good combat. It's the best combat Mass Effect has ever had.
This one isn't like because like I know they have like the dashing, like the flying and like the moving forward type thing, right? Mm-hmm. That's not like Vanquish. I think is it similar to Vanquish? I've never played it, so
Vanquish is like you can't compare it to Vanquish because Vanquish is like you have jump jets or you have like jets on your legs, so you're sliding everywhere like at top speed. So it's all about like flying from here to there. This game's like a little more pop and stop. And pop.
You definitely like. There's a lot of movement in this one. I remember in the past couple of Mass Effects, you usually have to stay back in cover.
Yeah. So here's a cool thing, right? So like because of my profile, like normally if if you're stuck behind, like if there's cover behind you and there's a dude shooting at you, you probably have to jump over it, or whatever. There was a dude shooting at me in the front and I needed to get out of there. And so what I did was I dashed backwards and I like teleported past the crate. And so I immediately had cover. And I was like, that is so cool. I love that.
That's cool.
I have this, one of my moves is this, it's called Backlash. It's this shield that she pops up like out of her arm. And it reflects damage back at whatever you're aiming. Oh my god,
like a lightsaber?
Yeah, like Genji's deflect, but you can just keep holding it. Actually. Yeah, you can just hold it down until it like breaks, if it takes too much damage. And that's fine because you're not getting hurt while you're hitting people with their own bullets. And then I have to
like run to cover, right?
Yeah, I have the biotic charge, which lets me like teleport distances and attack people.
I think this is my problem whenever I play these types of games. I always go for like the classes that have like in some ways a pet or some sort of like turret or some sort of like
there's a turret
second thing. I know, but like that's what I went with. So I didn't go with the cool like super powered push and pull type thing. I feel like I know there isn't a wrong way to play, but I think there is definitely a non-fun way to play. Yeah, I guess
I could see that being more boring, but I've seen people do so, like because I was playing the multiplayer, right? So this game has multiplayer. It's like this wave based. There's 7 waves you have to survive, and
I haven't mentioned that.
And it was fun. Like I was like, because I would die, and then I would be spectating, and I could see what the other guys were doing, and they were like, they would barricade themselves into this room, and they would put trip mines in each of the 3 entrances, and then put a turret on facing the window. And I was like, hey, that's smart.
You got covered.
Yeah, and
you don't have to really look back there unless you like really need to.
Yeah, and so like my thing right now is I got this melee weapon, this gauntlet, right? That whenever I punch a dude, it freezes them.
Oh, nice.
So what I do is I charge in, I punch them in the face, I freeze them. I finish them off with like my insane shotgun or sniper rifle or machine gun or anything that I have, Yeah. And then and if I'm taking too much heat, I have this tactical cloak. That's my 3rd power. So I like cloak out of there, and they stop shooting at me.
That's part of the ghost one, or I think it's called tactical, isn't it? The tactical profile.
It's tech. It's under your tech tree. But the cloak, I leveled it up all the way, so like
you just definitely get out of there.
Yeah, I can recharge my health and shields like while I'm cloaked, and so it's like really fun. The combat's great, and like I have these 4 profiles because I really like the like push and throw power. So I have that on another profile that I can switch to immediately.
I think that's always like a fun one to do because like it's like that telekinesis thing, right?
Yeah, the only thing
I always love those.
The only thing is like they drop loot sometimes, so like I'm apprehensive about chucking someone off the cliff.
See, yeah.
Because I'm like, I want your loot. Like I don't want to like have you like fly off the edge and like not get it.
This isn't too much of a spoiler, I guess. I think it's been long enough, but it's similar to like in Zelda when you kill something and it goes off a cliff and you didn't mean to.
Wait, why is that a spoiler at all?
I don't know. Like, dude, some people think like that is a spoiler. Like,
some people think, like, shouldn't listen to video game podcast if like saying that
I don't know. I don't want to upset anybody because I know that feel. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, no, anyway.
I understand what you're saying. You definitely don't want to push someone if they have loot because then that just sucks.
And you'll never know if because not everything drops loot, So like, it's like, I mean, like, so like you don't know. Like if you threw something off the edge, you don't know if that person had loot or not. So like back in my mind, I'm always like, did they? Did they? But another really fun thing about the push and pull and throw is I love doing it like grab a dude and chuck him at his friend.
Yes.
It's like.
That sounds like fun.
That's really great because that hurts both of them.
Yeah, I mean, hearing it sounds really cool because this was my loadout. Like towards the end of my term, I ended up going with the engineer one, I guess, with the turret, and I just upgraded the profiles on there, and I ended up getting, I think it was flamethrower and cryo freeze. Those are kind of cool.
Yeah, I got those early on too. They're okay.
Yeah,
they're not. They're not as like. They're not as exciting of powers as a lot of these other ones.
Yeah.
I thought because I got this early on, and maybe that was the reason I wasn't enjoying the game. Like my early loadout, I was not enjoying the game. Right, I had like my concussive blast, which is the standard. It's like cool. I have that one. I have my synergy with my teammates wasn't very good. I would I had flamethrower. I got cryo pretty early on. And freeze people. I was like, that's fine. Like my cryo gauntlet isn't a power, so that's like way better than my taking up a power slot. Yeah, like, and I had these like boring, like lame powers like that, and I was just like playing the game, and I was bored, and the writing seemed bad. It's weird. I don't know what happened. I think like at a certain point, the writing like gets good. And I don't know if it
that's what it sounds like.
The facial animations, right? Like I'll notice them every now and then now, but I don't think I notice them as often, and I don't know if that's me like adjusting or if the game is like looking better,
actually getting better.
Because like that
is interesting.
Like my character like just recently I played a loyalty mission, which is a hallmark of Mass Effect. Like your crewmates have these like missions that like by the way, Liam's loyalty mission, I loved it. It's funny. It's like it was like a action comedy movie kind of. It like had this tone that I like they went for sometimes in Mass Effect, but like they never did it as well as this one. Like there's just this like, I mean, spoilers, very mild spoilers, okay?
Yeah.
But like there's a part where like trying to get like go around this ship and like in this ship, and we're just like, oh, like where to go next, where to go, and like you and Liam are arguing with each other, and then he like hits open he's like, whatever, we're going this way. He opens the door. There's this like big like turret gun on the other side of the door. It just immediately closes the door. He's like, not that way. It's like, that's like funny. And like there's like another part where like this bad guy is like popping up on the intercom, like on this like hologram to like yell at you, and like as soon as he pops up, Ryder just turns it off and is like still like arguing with Liam about something. And then it pops up again, and Liam turns it off. He's like arguing, like, you know, they're like, "Well, you're the one who did it," and it like pops up again. Ryder just turns it off. It's like this like goofy, like comedy thing.
They're getting interrupted, but they just can't be bothered.
Yeah, like they don't even like they're not even paying attention to the villain of this like part of the story. It's just like it's like funny and like wacky and like cheesy. It's got this like good cheesy vibe that like it needed more of early on. You know, early on it's very serious. You know,
I think it's it seems pretty serious, and it seems very like.
Yeah, no, it's like
stale.
Yeah,
I guess,
yeah, no, I feel it. Like it's like it's like a drag, man. And then,
dude,
like,
I want to. So I mean, like, I just finished Breath of the Wild,
right?
And I wanted something. I wanted something to take me back, because for a good day and a half, I was like walking around my house, not doing anything, not playing any games, not picking up any games, dude. I tried doing a freaking.
Tell me you played Mahjong online.
No, I didn't. Well, no. I should have. Maybe that would have been great. What was it? Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, yeah.
I tried playing that.
Great.
But it didn't do it. It didn't give me the fix. And I tried Andromeda, and I was like, it's all right. It's cool. And then, you know, I got to a certain point, and just a quick PSA, if you ever return anything on a PlayStation and you're a loyal customer, they'll only refund a game probably once.
Wait, okay. Don't throw this out there. We need to look this up before we. Why once? Why? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Why do you think this?
Because he definitely said there are no free there are, all sales are final when you buy it on PlayStation.
Who said? You called someone?
I contacted somebody on PlayStation. His name was David.
And they gave you your money back?
Yeah.
So what? They just delete the game from your hard drive?
I had to delete it. If I were to pick it back up, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't, they would cancel the refund. But so far, it looks like if you're a loyal customer, they'll do it once out of like a courtesy, is what he said.
Okay, that's so awkward. I hate that like weird like this vision of this PlayStation overlord that you just gave me. I don't like him. But no, yeah, like what for Steam? Steam's super good about their refunds.
Oh hell yeah. I love Steam for the refunds. If you play under 2 hours, I think in a certain amount of days you can still refund it. Like it's
good. I mean 2 hours is a good chunk of time. I mean it's like here's the
speed run. You can speed run a game.
There's some games, right? Like that get better over time, right? Like Mass Effect Andromeda. Like that's a game I think if
I could see where it gets like fun, especially now that you explain it.
It gets like really like pretty fucking good. Like I'm like here's the thing. This year, I'm going to name off the games I've played this year, and I'm going to tell you if Mass Effect Andromeda is worse than them, because they are. It is.
This is the other thing our podcast does. We praise the first couple of months in 2017.
Yeah, well, I mean, if only every year could be this great.
Same.
So, like, Nier is obviously 100 million times better than this game.
Yeah.
What else? Zelda. I haven't even played Zelda. It's obviously 100 million times better than this game. Horizon is better than this game. Yakuza is 100 million times better than this game. Gravity Rush 2 is great. It's better than this game.
Inside.
Inside wasn't this year.
Oh, we're talking about this year?
Yeah, this year.
This year.
But
Steep. I don't know,
man. I don't know if Ghost Recon is like. Here's the thing. Like, this isn't Oh, this is a boring game a lot of the time, you know, like there's a million, like I told you, a million annoyances. Like, you know, when you're flying from planet to planet, you have to watch like 3 little cutscenes every single time. When you're, you know, doing this and that, you can't skip, you know, whatever. Like there's a million little annoyances, you know, if you're trying to skip through dialogue after you read it, you might double click on accident and skip 2 lines, you know, like stuff like that. But, I think this is an interesting game. It's like way like the design of it isn't. It's here's the thing, right? It is a way more technically flawed game than Dragon Age Inquisition, but I like it more than Dragon Age Inquisition. And I don't know if I like the characters more. Like I don't think I like all of the characters more. Like I like a lot of the characters in Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yeah.
Definitely like the combat more, and I like the exploring more. You feel there's a whole bunch of shit to do in this game, right? Like it's these like open worlds. You land on these planets and they're like these pretty big open worlds. And you get your car and you're driving around and you're like, you know, doing side quests. And there's all those like boring side quests like that are in every video game now, like collect these mineral samples or, you know, find 4 of these things. Like whatever. Fuck those quests. But then there's all these like side quests like that are there, you know, like hey, I need you to see what happened to our scientist. And then that leads into this huge fight, this like secret fight. It feels like it was like a side quest. And it led to like the biggest boss fight I had in the entire game. And I was like, this is epic. I love this fight. This is a cool thing that I wouldn't have, if I didn't come back to this planet and just like gotten the side quest, I wouldn't have done this, you know? There's a lot of cool stuff. I would recommend this game, but I mean, if you're super, like, if you love Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, like, you're gonna play this game, you're probably gonna be mad for a while, but, like,
just bear with it.
I feel like your heart's gonna, like, thaw, you know? Like, I don't think you're gonna be in this angry state the whole time. Like I think you're gonna like start finding your groove, because like I like Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. I love those games, I think, but like they're like a low love, you know what I mean? It's not my favorite series of all time, but I do like it a lot. And
it's the okay child.
It's a good child, you know, it's a good game. I miss so much about Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 in Andromeda, right? Like there's like the fact that you can only have 3 powers equipped at a time, but then you can switch profiles and you can have 3 completely different powers. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Like
I'm assuming it's like a good switch of a button.
Yeah, you just hit the touchpad to bring up your weapon wheel, and then you hit square, and then there's 4 profiles you can pick from, you know, and then you can do it mid combat. It's just the only thing is your power is
does it
have
stop
to recharge.
Like time or whatever?
Yeah.
Classic.
But like they're on a cooldown, like you just used them. So it's like so you can't just like immediately spam.
You can't like swap between 2.
Yeah.
Or swap between them all.
Yeah, so I can't have pull on one power set and then throw on the other power set and like switch between and do a Darth Vader thing.
Yeah.
But no, it's cool, like, you know, like pretty quickly like I got into the groove of it, like, you know, I'll like get to a base and like I'll be like, okay, there's dudes there. I'm gonna switch to infiltrator real quick so I could see them through the walls when I'm looking through my scope. Okay, I see his patrol. I'm gonna switch back to you know, my I really need to know what that Explorer, Pioneer, something like that. I think it's called Explorer. It's called Explorer. The 3 all jack of all trades one. I'm gonna switch back to Explorer so I can like have my, you know, dash that I can like phase through cover points and stuff, and like and so it's like and then like, you know, you'll end up doing cool things. Like I jumped off of like the 2nd floor balcony like at an angle like where I would fall off the cliff, but instead I like used my biotic charge on a dude and like smashed into him like who was on the 1st floor instead of falling off the cliff, like, and I killed him. Like I was like, that's really cool. Like, you know, or you could like chuck a dude. This is a thing I learned. I was like, how do I get up there? I'm going to try and figure out how to get up there. And I was like, I wonder if this works. So I grabbed the dude. I pulled him. I chucked him like real high like above the place I wanted to go, and then I hit charge and I flew into him, and then I landed where I wanted to be. I was like,
nice.
That's
pretty cool.
Really cool. Like that's like, you know what I mean? Like I used him as like a portable Sombra like beacon. You know? I don't know. It's a cool game. I'm gonna keep playing it. I'm like, 10 something hours and 10 hours, 13 hours maybe. I don't know. I've been having more fun with it than I haven't been having fun with it. So like probably around hour 4 or 5 it gets good, I would say. If that's too much for you guys, like if that's too much for people online, like I know people who fucking stuck through Final Fantasy 13. They were like, I'm not having fun with this game until like the 30-hour mark, and it's like, Jesus. If that's worth it, like I don't know if that's worth it to me, but like 3-4 hours, I could probably do 3-4 hours.
You can hold out till then, right?
Yeah, but I mean, if not, that's totally. I understand that, if you feel like it's a waste of time, but I mean, I think it's there's a worthwhile game in there, and I mean, that's not to say the problems don't go away. They stay. The problems are consistent so far. Like this game needs patches. This game needs fixes. Like there's weird glitches all the time.
I think that's probably what I'm waiting for. And like,
are you gonna jump back in?
I think I'm so like, my thing was like I want to return because like I don't know. First of all, I want to say that like because I feel like because of the fact there was so many games that came out, it has like amped up the games that are coming out, that like how Zelda came out and like Nier and like Horizon. Even though I didn't play those games, like I could feel
you didn't play any of those
power.
Games?
But I mean Zelda obviously. But after playing it and I beat it and then like it's just I have an expectancy, which I really don't like how I did that, but it's weird. And that's probably why I like quit really early, is because it's not attaching quickly. It's not doing it for me. Like I think if I stuck around, I probably would have found out like it was actually an okay game, but it wasn't fast enough, I guess.
Yeah, it is a good game, and like it's like, I don't know. It's hard because I don't want to say that consumers shouldn't expect the best, because they should, because video games are great and you should expect the best, and like, but I mean like the best what, right? Like Nier isn't like gonna win any graphics awards, Like Horizon isn't gonna, change the way you look at video game like open world gameplay. It's just like any other Ubisoft open world, that formula. Zelda, tons of people
kinda similar
are having like problems with like the kind of, what do you call it? There's like a ennui I see with Zelda, and it's like, yeah, that's fine. Like video games are, not one video game isn't going to be perfect for everyone, and that's okay. Like it doesn't have to be. I think a video game should have a standard of quality before rushed out. Like I think this game needed a few more months to cook at least, they needed to like iron out bugs. They needed to like, fix up animations. They needed to make everything work better, because it really does the good game underneath a disservice.
I don't think it's as bad as Unity though. Like I think Unity was like the worst that ever like launched when it came out.
And that's the thing. Unity had an alright game under the hood.
Yeah.
But it's not that worthwhile. It didn't do something that interesting. Like the game.
No, it was just like the same, like
exactly.
Past the only thing that changed is like getting rid of counter and everything, or
like they had
whatever.
a new fighting system or whatever, and like
and
it was like
system,
not better. It's just like different,
Yeah.
I think this game is a good step forward. Like if it wasn't held back by all the bullshit, like it is a good game. Unlike Assassin's Creed Unity. Like Assassin's Creed Unity isn't a game worth playing with patches, I don't think. Like I think it's a I mean, if you really love the series,
it's definitely for like the fans for sure.
Yeah,
because that's the reason why I picked it up. Because I'm definitely I like the Assassin's Creed like games, but
yeah, exactly.
That was the worst of them all.
It's definitely like an uninteresting game, and like Syndicate made some strides forward from Unity in a good way. And it didn't have the problems that Unity had, like in terms of glitches and stuff. It had some glitches, but I mean, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see him clip down all the way through the map at some point.
Yeah, people didn't lose their faces all of a sudden.
Oh, jeez, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was the big one.
Oh shit, that's right.
Like Mass Effect, it has some horrendous bugs. It has, some game design issues. I think there's some like lame like ideas like in terms of game design. Like you can't call your Nomad unless you're by a forward station, or you can't fast travel to your Nomad. Like I wish you could do that. That would be cool. There's like these Sudoku puzzles which I like, but I could see people getting super annoyed by.
Sudoku puzzles? What the hell?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I learned how to.
Mahjong.
It's like Mahjong. I learned how to play Sudoku because of this game. I was like,
I am aware. It still has like the 9 panels, right?
Depends on I think it depends on the like. It's more than 9 for sure, because like how it works is. I mean, I'm not gonna explain all of Sudoku. You just can't have the same.
No.
So you can't have the same number on the same column or row or grid.
Yeah.
So
or
like,
is it diagonal too, or is it grid?
No. So there's like usually 4 grids, right? Like or like sometimes I'll get cute and do like a weird shaped grid in the middle. So like, and you can't have 2 the same numbers on the same row, same column.
This isn't like a mandatory like main mission, is it?
It is part of the main missions. That's the thing. Like you have to do a Sudoku puzzle for like each of the like remnant things.
It's
like,
a edu game.
Well,
there's what I've told.
There's what do you call it? A bypass. I don't even know how. I have like 7 of them. Oh my god! I have 7 like Sudoku bypasses, so I don't have to.
So you just don't have to do them.
But I do them because I think they're fun. Like I like them.
XP probably too, right?
I don't know. I like them. I was like, I never played Sudoku before, but like now that I'm playing it, I'm like, oh, I think I'm pretty good at Sudoku. I think it's
pretty cool, but I think it'll definitely like irritate some people because like I think it's cool in the way that like you don't necessarily use like math in this game in like games as much, right? And like
it's not like Sudoku's not really a math game.
It's a puzzle.
Yeah, it's a puzzle.
It just makes you like think of it in a different way.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean like
logically.
Like I mean that's like I don't know if that was a good idea to like put that in the game. Like I
very interesting. I did not expect you to say Sudoku.
I mean it's like it's just like any other when video games have like you know how you have Pipe Dream and BioShock, and like you have like bullshit like that. Like honestly, like video game like hacking. I don't know if it's hacking. It's just like the little mini game that you play to progress in video games generally aren't like something I like.
Like Batman with the whole like thumb thing.
Dude,
that's like
that's
hacking.
The worst. Really. Batman hacking is really bad. Like, I'm surprised that game doesn't get more shit for that. Like, Batman has a lot of cool shit. Yeah. But, like the hacking in those, like, finding the frequencies, like, that's annoying as hell. Like, every time that pops up, I'm like, ugh. My favorite...
Well, let's go back.
Oh, my God.
Let's go back to Java before you go too hard on that.
No, like, see, that's the thing, man. I think people are willing to forgive like bullshit in video games when the games are like polished. Batman games are very polished, those Arkham games.
Yeah.
But there's a ton of bullshit that sucks. Hacking is so lame, the combat's not like, people love the combat in that game. Why?
I think it's because it's simple, man. I think it's just press X, X, X. Oh, there's like 3 people that gonna hit me. Counter, hold Y.
Yeah,
I'm saying like Xbox.
I do not like.
It's
those,
simple, man. I think you're very.
Systems.
I think you like technical games, right? Like skill-based games, right? Like Bloodborne. Dark Souls. Does that correlate into why you don't like it, or am I just assuming?
You know what I think it is I think like I like it when I push a button and then that button does a thing, like it does a specific thing.
You know what? I think we talked about
Yeah,
this in the
yeah.
podcast.
And Batman isn't like that. It's like
Yo.
you push a button, and
he,
depending on what it is, you'll do like a totally different thing. It's like
it's a different animation, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, but it's like
the same.
In Bloodborne, it's like if I hit R1, I'm always gonna be swinging my Blade of Mercy diagonally from the front. You know, like it doesn't matter. If I hit a different button or a different direction with R1, it'll do something different. But like, if I just hit R1, it does that. In Batman, if I hit square, I might do a punch. I might do like a backflip kick 5 meters, like, you know, to the left. Like, it's like, it's annoying to me. I think, anyway, like, Mass Effect.
But because it's polished, like they get some leniency on some of the things that really suck on it, right?
Yeah, and I mean, like, you know, I'm thinking about what polish means, you know, and it's like polish means the game like is working as intended, right? Like, and like, you know, whether or not a game is good or bad, or you like it fits your taste or it doesn't, there's a standard of polish. Like, you know, like I could see people not liking Nier, and like, but you can't say that game isn't working as intended. It is, you know, and like, you know, you might not like, you know, Mass Effect because and it's not working as intended a lot of the time, you know, and that's the problem. It's like, you might like it if it was working as intended, like you might not still, because it's not like a perfect game, you know. It's not a great game. It's a pretty good game that's got great moments, you know, like taking down like fortresses in this game is really fun for me. Like, I love doing that. I just, you know, I don't know. It's kind of a bummer because it's like
it's getting a lot of bad rep right now.
Yeah, you know what they should have done? Like, because they lowered the interaction of your squad mates during combat. Like, you can't control what powers they use like in the previous games. Yeah, which sucks because like it was really great in the old games to be like, you know, what's his name, Jacob, you know, pull that, you know, robot towards me so I can shoot it with overload or whatever. You know, you could do that.
It's very specific.
Yeah, you can be like, hey, use pull on that enemy, you know, or Jack, use shockwave right here.
I remember that.
Yeah. And it's like, you can't do that in this game. You can't.
You just.
Yeah, like.
I think you just tell them where to go.
You can tell them where to go, and sometimes like they'll like combine like their powers with you, like. But like it's a crapshoot. You have to like rely on them. You know, it's like. I might pull a dude and Cora will like biotic charge into him, and it's like, oh cool, you did a thing. But like, yeah, the 5 other times I pulled a guy, like she might not have done that, you know. Or sometimes I'll like grab a guy to like throw him, but she'll like biotic charge into him. I'm like, God damn it, you know, like you fucked up my thing. But like, you know, so like I wish they got rid of it completely. Maybe like get rid of the like. Even telling them where to go, you know, fuck it. Like, don't tell them where to go. Don't give me that control, and instead have those buttons do something else or something. You know, like because it's like the limited control I get of like here, focus on that guy is like not worth it. You know. But it's cool. It's a good game. I recommend it. You know what I'm thinking of right now?
What's up?
I'm thinking of we were talking about Arkham Asylum's real shitty hacking minigame.
Yes.
And, you know, it got me thinking about other shitty hacking minigames like, you know, Deus Ex.
Overwatch.
I don't like the hacking minigame. Overwatch does not have a hacking minigame.
You play Sombra.
Yeah, it's not a minigame. You just push a button. Bioshock's Pipe Dream game. But I really like Nier's hacking minigame. It's just because a twin-stick shooter.
Did you ever do that when I spectated you? I guess spectate.
I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. I don't think I even brought this up when we were talking about Nier. That game is so good, by the way.
You really like took off her clothes one time, and I just couldn't stop.
You just explode yourself, and like your dress goes.
I couldn't.
Yeah, I got a new module which lets me keep my clothes on even if I self-destruct.
Yeah, no, that's what you put on. And I was like, what the hell?
Oh yeah, I was like,
I had a nice view.
I'm putting this back
She's probably
on.
like on her age, but then she's like a robot, so it doesn't really. I don't know. It's weird. It's a.
She's not
robot.
Probably. Why are you insinuating that?
I'm not.
You did.
I popped open a Rockstar Recovery. Unfortunately, I didn't get the organic. Also, we're not sponsored by Rockstar. Rockstar just hit us up at binchbros@gmail.com. Just hit up with the sponsor. But
not if we keep comments like that in.
Yeah, no, that's the point. But yeah, I don't know. It's orange. I think it actually has no caffeine in it, so I'm running on my own fumes right now.
I doubt it has no caffeine in it.
You're probably right. It does say energy, but I want to let you know I did play Splatoon 2.
Oh, you did the test.
I did the global test thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun, right?
Right.
There's different ways to play it, I guess. Right? You could play it either with the Joy-Con separated and with it attached, right? And apparently I saw some people play it with them separated, and I think that's working out pretty well.
Wait, why? Why is it? Because it's like okay, because for first Splatoon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Big part of the aiming, you had this aim assist with the motion gyro.
Yeah.
And that really helped out for fine tuning aim. Does this game have something similar with the Joy-Cons?
Yeah. So basically the right stick or right Joy-Con is that motion control, that gyro.
Right. So that'd be pretty I could see them separating being pretty cool.
It controls up and down. Are you I don't know. It's just a game that's you played it, right? You played Splatoon 1?
I love Splatoon 1, yeah.
What were your main weapons?
So, I like the roller a lot because that was my early one. And I got the Kraken power. I don't know if those ultimates are still in this game. They probably are.
I think it might be. So in the global test, they only had like 4 weapons you could choose from.
They have like the gun, the blaster,
roller, charger.
What's the charger?
Splat charger?
Is it like a sniper rifle? Dude, yeah. Okay, first of all, I'm having... here's my problem, right? Oh, you got the dual guns?
Yeah, they have those.
Cool.
What's your problem with the charger?
No, I have a problem with the global test beta.
Oh, okay.
Why are you giving us the guns from the first game? Make it new. Like, show me what new stuff you got. Like,
well, the dualies are the new stuff. Well, I mean, did they have like rocket ultimates or specials? I think they're what's called. Okay. Did they have?
They had like airstrikes. They had rocket launcher. They had Kraken.
They didn't have Kraken. Did they have one that does like an AOE smash?
Yeah.
At all?
Yeah, like where you paint a part on the map.
What about a long beam that goes through walls?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, what about a jetpack that shoots bombs?
I don't know. I don't remember that.
That's a new one. Yeah. That's a new one with the dualies.
Yeah, that's probably a new kit.
I think the blaster. So far, I've done some testing, obviously, and I think the dualies and the blaster are definitely the ones that I could do. I think roller is really easy to do as well.
Yeah, it's like a shotgun.
Yeah.
That's how I think of the roller. Like, I'm like, that's a shotgun. You know, like, Splatoon's cool because you make your own cover, kind of. You make your own escape, right? Because it's like, if you, throw paint, if you have a huge thing of paint, and the enemy doesn't, you have more chances of, getting away while they have less, you know? I really like Splatoon.
It's good. It's weird how good it is. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, they hit it out of the park with the first one, and I assume that the second one's just going to be like an iteration, you know?
Mm-hmm. You could customize your character. Were you able to customize your character? You couldn't in the global test.
You could not, you said?
You didn't. Yeah, it was just choosing the weapons, and you got a random Splatoon every time you spawned.
Oh, interesting. You could totally customize your character. You couldn't change their, you could change hair color, and that was it on their physical appearance themselves. You know, you couldn't choose their hair or their look. I think you can mess with their skin tone, but all the customization was pretty much clothing,
weapons,
clothing.
Oh
yeah, you got different clothes, and they had stats attached to them, and like but like I played Fashion Souls, so like I just like rocked what I wear. I wore like a what are those called? A Letterman jacket. I wore like a Letterman jacket and like
oh sick,
like
nice.
cool like sneakers and like
harem pants.
No, they don't have harem pants. I had I don't remember what type of pants I wore. Probably shorts or something. And I had like a baseball cap. Yeah.
Cute.
I dug it.
I wish I kind of wish they kind of had that, but I'm pretty sure they were just doing the testing to see, how many people were on and everything.
Right. So
I think
it's 1 hour, right? Did you play the whole hour?
Yeah, it's 1 hour. I did play a whole hour. There's one time I only played for like 30 minutes, but that's because it was like 4 a.m. in the morning.
Wait, so what's up? Like they already did all 3 test periods or whatever?
That is right. It's actually going to be coming up soon, isn't it? I think there's another last one. I think it's at 8 p.m.
Oh,
today.
Shit. You're going to be...
I might not hop on it. I mean, I think I'm good. I definitely want to try to like get Justin Saul or...
Have you played with anyone, Justin. Or did you just play by yourself this whole time?
I think you can only play by yourself because like the only menu there is to like change like your sensitivity.
So Justin doesn't have a Switch.
Yeah, I was gonna let like have him come over, just mess around. But
I see what you're saying. So you can't play with people, like you can't hop on a group with your friends.
Yeah, that was kind of lame, but I went on. I don't think anyone else was on. It was just me.
Yeah, no, it's yeah, I'm pumped on that game. I mean, it's like, I'm pumped on Zelda. I'm pumped on Splatoon and Mario.
There's a few games coming out this week too.
What games?
I think. Oof. I say these games, but I don't remember them.
ARMS.
I'm typing.
I'm interested in 4 Switch
ARMS.
games. If there's like 10 Switch games I'm interested in, I think I might pick it up. But like right now I'm only interested in like 4. Right? And it's a cool system and I do want it eventually down the line. But like there are so many, like, dude, you know what comes out this week, man?
What's up?
Okay, I haven't even, because Mass Effect started getting good, I haven't even gotten to play the free Gravity Rush 2 DLC that came out. And it's like 5 hours long. It's like a campaign. I haven't played that. Ring City, the Dark Souls 3 DLC is coming out. That's like the final bit of Dark Souls content.
That's this week, right?
Yeah, this is it.
You said this week.
This is
28th?
This is it, dude. This is the last bit of Dark Souls content.
Yeah. I remember you mentioned that. And I asked like if you played it. I was like, it's not even out yet. It's coming out this month.
Yeah, I'm very pumped on that. I'm probably gonna drop Andromeda for a while to play that, or drop Andromeda for like a day probably, because I'm gonna burn through that thing. I bet. Like, are you kidding me? Dark Souls like DLC, like as long as they are like those games aren't very, what I mean? Like you can breeze through those games, like, and I'm just gonna go for everything.
Well, you're good.
What, at Dark Souls?
Well, yeah.
I'm all right. I'm not like my chances of winning a PvP are like, probably like 60-40.
We never got a chance to PvP each other on there, huh?
I'm pretty sure we did.
I remember we did. I think we did it once, and then after that, it just went downhill from there.
Well, you're pretty early level, so you don't have like interesting weapons to fight me with. So I was just like,
it was Bloodborne, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it wasn't.
Yeah, you were late level on Bloodborne. I felt confident in your abilities at that point. You like beat the game. It was Old Hunters. You're already into Old Hunters when I PvP'd you.
I did, right?
Yeah, we beat Orphan of Cause together.
Oh my God,
I died. You ended up having to beat him yourself.
Oh yeah.
Or was that
fun.
Was that Ludwig?
Ludwig for sure.
No, not Ludwig. Ludwig we demolished. What's his name?
Well, yeah, but it took me like 8 times by myself to like die from him.
Wait, what was that boss, man? The final one. Oh, what's his name?
It's flaming star. It's the baby.
No, the flaming the flaming cleric beast.
Oh yeah,
that one's so hard.
I love that.
Yeah, it's such a good boss. Much. That game is those games, man. I'm really gonna miss them. Like the Ring City's coming. Like it's like
Yeah, it's kind of sad, really.
It's for
isn't
sure
it?
bittersweet because they're like some of my favorite games, like ever. You know, like I love that series.
It's gonna be really hard, kind of really hard to compare them or to like feel that that
right? Like
Dark Souls.
like I don't need another Assassin's Creed type of game every other year or whatever. Like I could do with another Dark Souls type game every other year. Like, it
sucks,
fits such a good like part of my heart, you know.
I'm very fortunate to not have a lot of knowledge on Dark Souls 3 right now because I could cherish these last moments.
Dude, Dark Souls 3 is like one of the like best of that franchise too. It's like I put it.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that because like that makes me.
I think I put it like better. Right under Bloodborne, but very close. Like I love Bloodborne. Bloodborne was so.
It's really good. It's so good. I want to say real quick that the other game that I was mentioning or I wanted to mention was Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5 remix.
I thought you were talking about Switch games.
Nope. I'm talking about every other game.
Oh, okay. So there is no Switch games coming out.
I don't think so. I think the next Switch game is gonna come out in. I think ARMS is coming out in summer. Wait, what are we in right now?
We are in March.
We are in spring.
We are almost. Right? Yeah, we're in spring. We're almost at the end of March. So
I think either ARMS comes out summer or it's Splatoon 2. I can't remember, but I think. Don't quote me on that.
So there's no game coming out for the spring. That's interesting.
I don't think so. I could double check, but I don't know. The only thing I'm
I felt like that happened with the PS4 when it first came out. I think it was like Infamous Second Son came out pretty early, and like then there was like nothing for a while.
Yeah, no, it looks like it's gonna be pretty dead for Switch for a bit.
That sucks. They shouldn't do that. They should always launch with like 15 like, awesome games like back to back.
Because I'm finding that because I got the PlayStation VR and I haven't touched it for a bit, but that's only because I didn't realize how many games aren't really out for it and that are decent.
Yeah, so
I actually got Bound.
Yeah, do you like that? Oh, you haven't done it?
I haven't tried it yet. Okay. But I'm excited to play it.
Yeah, I mean shoot, dude. I really want I don't know. Well, I mean, what is coming out that I'm excited for? I'm excited for Injustice 2. Obviously, Ring City.
Yeah.
I can't believe.
Yes.
It's so interesting how under my radar this Dark Souls expansion is for being the final Dark. You know what I mean? It's like such a big deal.
You don't want it to happen. That's why you just don't want it to happen.
I'm just like, I'll get to it when it comes. It's like I'm gonna be very sad by the time it's all over, I think.
That sucks.
But I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be tons to explore and find that I don't even know about the first time through. There's that game coming out. There's you said Kingdom Hearts. I mean, whatever. I played that game.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool because I haven't played them, and it comes with basically 6 games for I think it's not even $60. I think it's 50.
So here's the thing about Kingdom Hearts, right? I love Kingdom Hearts. I played through them recently.
Recently.
Jeez. Yeah, 2 years ago, maybe. It was I never played them before, and
recently sounds more like a couple months to me for some reason.
No, definitely not a couple months, but way after they came out, yeah. And I think it was last year, maybe last year, or the year before. And I got real into it, and I was like, "This is great, I love it." Holy shit, dude! Kingdom Hearts 1 is not good for a while.
Yeah,
that game, less than Mass Effect Andromeda. It is a boring game for long.
I remember not finishing 1 and definitely finishing 2, which is weird.
See, Kingdom Hearts 2, I liked it, and people don't like the beginning of that game. They're like, "Oh, it's slow." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's interesting." Kingdom Hearts 1 is not interesting.
I think it's pretty slow for sure, and it stays slow.
There's this terrible visual joke in Kingdom Hearts 1 where Donald gets smashed on a wall and then he's flat as paper, and he falls down like paper or whatever. But the angle that he's in doesn't make the joke land, and it's he doesn't look like he's. I was like, oh, they could have used a better angle. I just remember There's like 5 times where there's 5 different cutscenes where like Sora and Donald and Goofy like are just missing each other. You know, they're like, "Oh, where's Sora?" And it's like, you know, they're just like missing each other. It's like it happens like 5 times. I was like, just fucking meet up already. Like, I don't care. Like, the gummy ship is bullshit. Oh, I hate.
I didn't understand that. I still don't.
You're like attaching pieces to it and like.
I thought it was cool at first because I was definitely during my Minecraft phase where I was hell into Minecraft. So I was like, oh, cool. I can just put things together and it'll do different things. I was like, no, I still didn't understand it.
The thing that was cool about Kingdom Hearts was the story gets interesting. And the combat was pretty decent. The Kingdom Hearts 2 got better combat.
Yeah, I think I really liked because all the games I played then, I think it was literally just Dota, like Dota 1, the mod. And I think coming from like playing that from like my uncle or whatever when he brought over his PlayStation, it was really fun because the combat seemed pretty cool. But I don't know. It's I think it's gonna be cool to have. Because it's dude, it's like 6 games, and I haven't played all of them, just like 2, and I barely remember it. But I remember
it's not even 6 games. It's so it's Kingdom Hearts. There's like that weird like so it comes with Kingdom Hearts, like a movie. Like each of them have like one movie.
Yeah.
So it's like 4 games. Yeah. It's like 4 games, and like, man, Chain of Memories is not fun. I did not like that game. I didn't even play through it all the way.
Isn't that I remember playing that on Game Boy Advance.
It might be a Game Boy Advance game that they
emulator.
It's either a Game Boy or a DS game. Yeah. No, I don't think it's DS. I think it's like either way. That game sucks. I don't like that game.
I thought it was cute just for like a mobile like Kingdom Hearts thing.
Kingdom
Hearts Final Mix. Rechain Memories.
What is it? 365 over 2?
358.
358 over 2. That game like isn't even a game. It's a
HD remaster.
It's a movie.
Cinematics.
Yeah. So it's like I watched it and I was like, there's probably a better way to ingest this story.
Yeah.
It's good though. I like that story. That's actually probably my favorite story in Kingdom Hearts. So that sucks.
Okay, so it's only like 4 games then, because I see
yeah, it's 4 games.
Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, Rechain Memories, Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, and Birth by Sleep, and then the other 2 Recoded and 358 over 2 days. Those are both cinematics.
Yeah, and it's not like I mean like 358 over 2 is like it's like hours long. I watched the whole thing.
Yeah,
I watched all of it.
Yeah, I remember
I got really into
someone telling me that it takes a lot of hours to play Kingdom Hearts, like, all the way through, but I don't know. It depends if you want to, like, look at, like, get to everywhere. I think you have to, don't you? You have to go to, like, every place or whatever? Like, every Disney area?
Well, yeah, those are just, like, the worlds, you know? Like, I mean, you're not going to, like the things that you're probably not going to be able to do when you're just playing through the game is like beat Sephiroth, right? There's like a secret Sephiroth fight in both of the 2 main ones that is really hard. Yeah. There's a secret fight in Birth by Sleep that was really hard that I couldn't beat. Yeah. I think. I don't know. Birth by Sleep is good. Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's funny, right? I was thinking about Yakuza 0. Or I was thinking about Birth by Sleep when I was playing Yakuza 0 because it's like does the same thing of like switching protagonists or whatever. Oh, okay. Well, it's different because in Birth by Sleep, I guess Birth by Sleep is more like Nier Automata, but like worse in that way. Because it's like you play through a whole story as one character, then you play through the same story as a different character. But like the cool thing, like in Nier, what it does is there's moments in the story where the characters go different ways and they actually do different things, right? So when you're playing the game, you're doing something different. In Birth by Sleep, the characters are never together, yet they go to the same places that each of them do and do like the same shit. So that's really annoying. Like,
oh my god, yeah, that
so
sounds
like,
really annoying.
But it's like you're like, oh, I'm back in this world as Aqua now instead of as Terra, and now I'm doing the same thing. I think you fight like the same bosses a lot. Like it's like it's a cool game though. I like the story. Story is really good.
Yeah. Well, that's what game is kind of coming out that I'm somewhat looking forward to. I might not get it, but it is definitely something I'm interested in.
I say get Dark Souls, man. Dark Souls.
Dude, got it. I got it. I just haven't finished it.
Get the DLC.
And you know what I picked up? Just like yesterday? I picked up Guild Wars 2.
Oh, whoa.
The MMO game.
Know. Whoa. Is still like live? Like people are still on
dude.
it?
People still play it. It's weird. There's like expansions and shit. Like people play it.
Yeah, I remember that game was interesting.
It really sucks though because I actually paid for the game before it became free.
Right. So you did like the subscription.
Yeah. Well, no, it was just you buy it and then that's it.
Oh, that's nice.
It wasn't no subscription. Yeah, that's what I liked about it. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just picked it up because it's like.
So did they give you something for having already bought it? Like, do you get like extra items? Or
I can't. I think they did for sure, but I can't remember. It was definitely something small. Like it was something dumb.
There was something like that. I think I played some. Maybe I didn't even play it, but like I remember something going free to play, and like giving like people who like bought the game like things, and I remember being like,
it's like,
like that
it has to be, like at least whatever you put.
Like For Honor is probably gonna go free to play eventually, right?
Oh Jesus Christ!
Don't you think so?
It kind of seems like a free to play game.
Yeah, it's got all the trappings of free to play. I bet that game down the line is gonna my prediction. My far out prediction is For Honor is gonna go free to play.
Probably not soon, obviously. Yeah, like a year's time.
And it's gonna be funny because it's gonna bring in some people who missed it the first time around. Dude, I don't want to go back to that game. I don't care.
Yeah, it was fun, but it's just like I don't know. I enjoyed it, but it's just my thing is the servers, whatever. It just keeps kicking me out. I can't take it sometimes.
It's like got such a limited depth to it. Like it's not like a fighting game where a fighting game you're consistently developing new ideas and the ways to fight, and it's like the guessing game is like so good in a fighting game.
Yeah, it's very broad or like wide to like choose like different ways to attack, right?
Like fighting games are the best. Like they're super good mind games because it's all about like prediction and execution, right? And it's like if one of those things is off, you can lose the match. For Honor, you could say it's like because it has those two things, it's the same thing, but it's like at the same time, it's just like not fun to do like as much. Like it's just like whatever. For Honor is probably one of the worst good games I played this year.
Yeah,
I like it less than Mass Effect Andromeda.
It really like went down for some reason. Like the hype, not hype, but like I just feel like it's not. Yeah, it just
isn't like a long-term interesting like
not like Overwatch. Like it's weird how good.
Let's talk about Overwatch real quick. Yeah. I played as Orisa recently.
Yeah.
I love her. She's great.
Yeah, she's good.
This game, man, is a good game. Overwatch is good. I jumped back on it to play
March of last year.
Yeah, it came out a year
we're
ago.
hitting the year.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
I think it came out in
Let me
May.
just double check that. Yeah, I think May is more.
But so I've been like playing it, and like Overwatch holds up.
It
great.
does.
It's a good game.
It's really good. Yeah, May 2016.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Yeah,
like
I'm bored of it, sort of, right? On like a meta level, like I see people on Overwatch, I see my friends on Overwatch, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. But like at the same time, like
it's not
if
like,
I do play it, I like it,
Yeah. It's like For Honor just isn't holding that retention.
Whenever I play For Honor, I'm not liking it. Whenever I'm playing Overwatch, I am liking it. Yeah. Neither of those games, both of those games, I rarely have the desire to play. But that's the thing. I like Overwatch every time I play it, even though I don't have the desire to play it every time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I agree. I know what you mean.
I mean,
completely agree. I don't know. Speaking of Overwatch, I came back from a tournament.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
We'll talk about it for a bit. I don't think there's too much to say. So I think going in solo and getting put in a team, I think it kind of sucks because obviously everyone else is actually a 4-man team and they actually practice and they have synchronization. My team had a few hours to talk, and we didn't even play together. I think it was pretty bad because we didn't have too much communication.
Did you guys win anything? Win any round?
We drew.
Oh, nice.
And then we lost every other game after that.
Oh, that sucks. Who are you playing?
Yeah, I was playing. It was kind of weird. I was definitely playing more tanks. And I played like Reinhardt and Roadhog for a bit, and then towards like the last 3 games, I started playing Zarya, which probably would have been the best. But it just depends. Like it just sucks because there's a few problems about the game, and then I hope they don't listen to this either. I never gave them the Binch.
Oh, you mean the tournament itself?
No, I'm talking about the players. Like I think it's weird because like there was a guy that like played on controller, which we're already at a disadvantage with that. Even though he could actually be good, but it is a disadvantage if like a tracer like zips past him, and he won't be able to turn around quick enough to kill him. And then like there was another guy that didn't switch his character at all, and that kind of sucked because like that means our like team composition was gonna stay stale for a bit, and it stayed stale for a while. And I don't know. There's also some other stuff too. Like it was just no communication. There was some communication issues. And
what was the venue like?
It was like a room with like a few other. It was like with desks.
Like,
power cords?
What was this thing called?
It was called DreamLeague.co.
And you just signed up for it, and you got it.
Yeah, I just signed up for it.
Was there a queue with a bunch of people who wanted to play?
There wasn't, and I think that was one of the issues why it wasn't that great because there was not a lot of teams that came in.
So we suck online, like when we play like against like 6 stacks. Do you think we would have done better?
I think we would have did great against my team for sure. Also, we got a guy that we didn't have another guy, so we had a guy was kind of forced to play with us as well. So that also sucked too.
See, I would be just playing Orisa.
It's funny because like the guy that was moderating it, or is it moderating it?
Shoutcasting.
Orisa. He kind of wasn't. There wasn't enough teams to like get a shoutcaster, I guess, or like streaming it. But he said that Orisa is good to play. Which is weird because Overwatch actually banned, or like you can't even be Orisa for a week on Overwatch when she came.
I see what you're saying. Like you could play as Orisa so did every team have an Orisa?
Nope. It was only up until we started losing is when I picked up Orisa because I was like, everyone was just like, whatever, we're already down, we're not gonna get back from this.
Right. And any good widows out there?
Yeah, there was one good widow.
Headshot widows.
Yeah, there was apparently like the first games that we had to play was like a practice game to I guess I didn't understand how this is my first time ever being in a tournament. So I think the way they did it, it's called round robin. Do you know what that is?
Sort of, I think.
I think what that is, double round robin, is when you play each team twice, I guess. And I think that's just to figure out how well they play and how they play.
Is there like a winner's bracket and a loser's bracket?
Yeah, there was definitely after the round robin. I think we started going to brackets, and we were just too low to be in that bracket because they needed to balance everything, I guess, or whatever. We only had 3 points or whatever, and everyone else had like double digits. Oh, man. But I mean, I don't know. It was pretty cool. I met some people. They're all pretty cool. My teammates are actually pretty cool.
Cool.
I got some contact information. It's pretty sick.
Keep
other than that, there was also maybe maybe if I keep playing on PC.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm kind of just hanging around. I might actually just play like on PlayStation, but play Guild Wars 2 just to do that weird like MMO thing where you just level and you just do things.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I'm that's like happening right now, right? There's no level cap in Andromeda. So I'm just like everything's giving me skill points and I'm always dumping in more points. And there's just like this like brain thing happening where I'm just like, do I even need this? I don't care. I'm gonna get it. I'm just like, I want that power. I want it.
Just need something right now. Just like.
And sometimes the most boring things are like cool. Like there's one where it's like, oh, it lowers the weapon weight for your
your capacity.
No,
right?
like if you like, you can bring like, you can unlock up to 4 different weapons to bring on a mission or whatever, or like out into the world. And but like if you bring all 4, it's usually heavy, and like the heavier you are, the longer it takes for your powers to recharge. Yeah. But like, so there's a stat that like lowers weapon weight, so it's like, I feel like I'm saying something weird when I say weapon weight. It makes me sound like I'm like Elmer Fudd or something. I don't know. That's like the right word.
Weapon weight.
Yeah, it's the right word, but like,
you're not. It's just 2 W's.
Yeah, weapon weight. It makes me sound
weapon
like
It's almost a tongue twister, almost.
But yeah, so like, and that's nice because it's just like, now my powers recharge faster, so I can, hit someone with a biotic charge like sooner than I could before. That's not like an interesting power to have, but like, it's nice,
It's nice.
I feel that way in MMOs a lot, like, I don't know. Actually, I'm trying to think. What's the last MMO I played? DC
World of Warcraft.
Nope, never played that. DC Universe Online.
No. Yeah, that was kind of fun. You know what I really liked? There was another one. I think Marvel had it. Oh, no, I think DC was almost one of my favorite. No, Marvel was. Sorry, I don't know why I'm flipping. There was a thing where you could just pick like your certain like travel system or the way you want to travel.
That was DC. Yeah.
Oh, was
yeah,
it?
You had flight
I
or
actually,
like super speed.
I really like that. I think there was another game that had like more options though. Like you could dive underground, you could surf or something, or
like
you
City
could
of
do
Heroes
some
or something.
I think it was City of Heroes. Yeah, that does sound familiar. But that was like a paid game. I think. I don't even know if it's still going.
No, it's not. There was also Champions
Online. Yeah. Whoa, that was weird.
There's all these like MMO superhero games, but it's funny because like, when everyone's a superhero, you don't really feel like a superhero.
No. Yeah.
Just like when everyone's a Jedi, you don't feel like a Jedi.
Yeah.
That's why that one game was like rad. That Star Wars Galaxies.
Yeah. I never looked up. I said last podcast. I actually said I was gonna look up some stuff. I didn't.
No, I love the idea of someone just being like, I'm gonna be a Twi'lek dancer, cantina dancer.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna be 500 hours
singer,
a jizz musician.
Yeah, jizz musician.
That's my favorite thing about Star Wars. Oh, I saw Rogue One, by the way.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, that movie is great.
Yeah, it's cool.
It might be my favorite Star Wars movie.
Oh, wow.
Said it right here on the podcast.
On the podcast, you heard it. 2015, 17. Whoa, where am I? March 26.
Yeah, I was thinking about something crazy. My niece, right? She she was born when I was like 15 or something.
No, don't go.
And
there,
I was just like, that's crazy. She's 13 now. Like, I haven't seen her in years, but like,
gosh,
that's
you have her as like as a marker to see where you.
Yeah, I see like photos. Like my sister will send me photos, and I'm just like,
let's step back from gaming real quick and talk about that real quick because. It really sucks when your friends have kids.
Why?
Because that's when you know how much time has passed. I could have swore yesterday my friend's kid was like only 3 months. He's actually 2 years old.
No, I feel that.
So 2 years have passed.
I feel that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I'll see like friends' kids going into high school now, right? And I'm like,
Yeah.
Am I that far away from high school? Am I that old now?
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah.
But I mean, it's cute. I mean, he's grown. He's a good boy. I think. I haven't seen him in a bit.
Who knows?
But
they're their own people, man. They're their own people now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
It's
no,
crazy.
and like they'll probably be getting into video games, some of them, and that's rad. More people
And they'll
liking.
listen to our podcast.
Dude, listen to our
when they're
podcast.
18 or older.
Whatever. Why? Because we say fuck.
Yes. We can't do that,
I
June.
guess. Whatever, man.
We have to be clean if we need
I
to
saw.
cleanse their ears.
I'm trying to think. Like when I was really young, I remember one of the first inappropriate movies I saw was The Pest, starring John Leguizamo. And I don't know. I always have that memory.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's basically The Most Dangerous Game. You know that story, The Most Dangerous Game, about a guy who hunts people.
Oh, I think I know.
Yeah,
this, yes.
it's that story, but with John Leguizamo being like this weird, annoying guy. That is a weird movie. You know what I was thinking? So I saw John Wick 2. I know this became a movie podcast. I saw
that's fine.
John Wick 2 recently, right? And
Part 2. Is
Chapter 2.
Chapter 2.
And
I know it's a weird thing.
what is it? Yeah, it's Keanu Reeves movie, right? And like Lawrence Fishburne's in it, and he's like this like weird like homeless assassin leader guy, and
Classic.
yeah, I guess. and he and I was looking at him, and I was like, oh whoa, he's like really like big now and like old looking, you know. And I was just thinking, oh wow, he's so like old looking, and Keanu Reeves looks exactly the same. And then I thought about it; they're both like in the Matrix, like they're both in the Matrix, and like Keanu Reeves looks like he aged.
Who did the other guy play?
Morpheus.
Oh no way!
Yeah, and like
oh jeez.
Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne, and the whole time I was thinking about that, I was just like, whoa, like Lawrence Fishburne looks like he aged like all the years that have actually passed. It's whatever, like 17 years or whatever. Keanu Reeves looks like he's aged like 3 years. He looks like he got younger. I don't know. Like
that's crazy.
He's like, yeah, it is crazy. I don't know, man. Like,
that's cool. I didn't know Morpheus was in there. That's
cool. He's in the second one. Yeah, and now we just need Trinity, right? We just need Carrie-Anne Moss to show up in the third one. She should show up in the third one. That'd be fun, actually.
Yeah. I don't know what the movie's about, but
John Wick?
She needs
a good movie. You should watch it.
I will.
It's about a hitman.
It's
about a retired hitman who they make mad.
And he has to come back in for one last time.
Well, he just gets mad. I am getting blown up. My phone. Everyone's like...
Yeah, me too. I think we should, though. I think we're good to, like, close the podcast.
Dude, I think I have, like...
What's up?
Like,
Talk to
15
me. I'm a doctor.
text messages.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, that's definitely going through our chat.
But... Okay, let's throw this out there, okay?
Yes.
Mass Effect Andromeda is like pretty good. It's just really buggy.
Yeah.
I recommend it.
Yeah. I want to jump back into it. I'm going to wait for the patches.
Don't buy it on PSN, man. They're going to be weird. They're going to be like, you returned this game. Go to GameStop or something.
I'm going to GameStop, yeah. That's my new thing. But unless I really can't be bothered to like go in the morning or whatever for other games. But I'm gonna wait for the patches. Maybe when it's like on sale, but because I have a whole bunch of other games I need to play.
I really hope there's patches. I mean, like next week, I'm gonna really try and play Gravity Rush 2's DLC because I love Gravity Rush. That's like one of the coolest overlooked games this year.
Yeah,
definitely have to play Cat's story, whatever, or not Cat, Raven's story.
I might pick that up.
Dude, Gravity Rush is a great game. Gravity Rush 2, Gravity Rush 1's great too.
I can't get enough of you saying it.
Just saying Gravity Rush.
I'm gonna buy it.
You know what's even better? Right the Japanese title
don't.
is Gravity Days.
Oh my
now, how good is that? That is a better title because it's like like you're in a daze, but it's also the daze, you know?
Oh,
it's
daze.
It's like slice of lifey a lot, this game.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like the K-On! Video game I always wanted. No, but it's great. It's like, because it's got these like real like low-key moments. So it's like Gravity Daze is such a cool, perfect title. And for the West, they were like, they're not gonna like Gravity Daze. They want Rush.
Rush.
Westerners.
Get them Americans.
Give them
that action.
Yeah, give them that adrenaline rush. So,
dude, I totally forgot about something, and I never mentioned it for a while. Remember World of Final Fantasy?
Yo, you've been playing that?
No, but I'm gonna trade Justin World of Final Fantasy for Horizon, so I might actually do that.
Yo, Horizon's a good game, man. It's funny, right? Like, I'm thinking about like what the end of the year is gonna be like.
I'm scared.
By the time the end of the year comes out, we're gonna have Red Dead Redemption 2. We're gonna have, Injustice 2. Hopefully that's great. I don't know. It seems alright. It seems like it's good. We're gonna have like Persona 5.
I'm scared for the end of the year, man. Though I'm so scared.
I know.
I don't want the beginning of this year to end.
I'm thinking we haven't done we sort of did an award show last year, but it was like a nightmare.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. We had the 2-parter.
Yeah, so
go through those whole
I mean, I know this is March, and I'm already saying this, but I think what we should do is we should write down games that we think are very special, and we should have like 5 each, and we don't have to rank them. No ranks, just 5 games that we think are exemplary and need to stand out. And I mean, like, honestly, like, at least 2 of those games are already accounted for in my book, like Yakuza and Nier, right? Like, those are, and like Gravity Rush might be up there. I don't, you know what I mean? It's like,
well, we'll see throughout the year.
I know like, Persona 5 is probably going to get up there, Red Dead Redemption 2 might, who knows? Yeah. I love the first game.
It's so crazy how we're just talking about it now, though. This literally is not even the middle of the year.
Dude, I can't believe Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out this year. We don't even know what the main character... We don't even know if there is a main character. They might do GTA 5. The first one, so. They might be like switching characters. Dude, the first game is like up there with Snake Eater for me.
I've heard it's really good.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite. I wrote a song about it. If you want to go look it up on Facebook or something. Let us know. Warhorse by Murder Bears.
Okay. Warhorse by Murder Bears on Facebook, everybody.
Facebook or MySpace or some shit like that.
Speaking of, do you have any closing comments to say about today's podcast? I'm going to close it out soon.
Yeah. No.
Okay. It has been a wonderful podcast to podcast with you, June. Hopefully,
always podcasting. Now that I'm done with,
I love these moments.
Dude, hey, better luck next time on Overwatch, I guess.
Yeah, it's fine. I definitely have to go in with the team. But it was fun. Let's do it again, like next week or something.
Yeah, I'm thinking weekly would be cool.
That would be
once
pretty
a week,
cool to
maybe.
do. Yeah, that would be pretty cool to do. Thank you for listening, everybody. This has been Binch Bros Podcast. We didn't do that thing we did in the beginning, but it's fine.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm Keo.
At this point, you know what you're in for. I'm Seiju.
Yeah. And oh shit, I didn't record any of this. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm just trying to pull you. That was fine. A bit.
I would have just sent you my file anyway. I'm like, hey, edit over it.
Just trying to work over this. Just try to
figure it out.
Just talk.